This is a story worth remembering, and the story starts now. What if I told you that one of the most disruptive innovations of our time, a technology that challenges the very idea of money, was born in complete anonymity? That its creator, or creators, remain a mystery to this day. This is not science fiction. This is the story of Satoshi Nakamoto. And if you stay with me, you'll hear the tale of a name that changed the world without ever revealing its face. It was the year 2008, and the world was in turmoil. Financial markets were crumbling, the housing bubble had burst, and economies across the globe teetered on the edge of collapse. In the midst of this chaos, a 9-page document quietly appeared on the internet. Its title? Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. The document was authored by someone named Satoshi Nakamoto. Who was this Nakamoto? Is it a he, a she, or even a they? No one knew then, and truth be told, no one knows now. But what Nakamoto presented in those 9 pages was nothing short of revolutionary. It was a vision of a new kind of money that would exist entirely in the digital realm, free from the control of governments or banks, money that would belong to the people. But to understand the genius of Nakamoto's invention, we need to take a step back. Money, you see, is a matter of trust. We trust the paper in our wallets and the digits in our bank accounts because governments and banks assure us that they have value. Yet, as the financial crisis showed us, that trust can be fragile, too fragile. Nakamoto's idea was simple in principle but groundbreaking in execution. Create a currency that required no trust in any institution, only trust in mathematics. Bitcoin was born from this idea, and its heart, its beating heart, was something called the blockchain. A digital ledger, open for all to see but impossible to alter. Every Bitcoin transaction would be recorded there, etched into the digital ether for eternity. No forgeries, no double spending, no need for a middleman, just a network of computers working together, verifying and recording transactions in a process Nakamoto called mining. It was elegant, it was secure, and it was utterly unlike anything the world had ever seen. Nakamoto didn't just write about Bitcoin, Nakamoto built it. In January of 2009, the first Bitcoin software was released. Nakamoto mined the first block, the Genesis block, embedded within it a message that spoke volumes. The Times, 3 January 2009, Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks. A message of defiance, a message of intent. Bitcoin was more than code. It was a statement, a challenge to the old order. And yet, Nakamoto remained in the shadows. Communication was limited to emails and forum posts. Questions about Nakamoto's identity were met with silence or deflection. The focus was always on Bitcoin, never on the creator. By 2010, Bitcoin was beginning to gain traction. Early adopters, idealists, libertarians, tech enthusiasts embraced it with fervor. One of them, a programmer named Laszlo Hanyecz, made history by using Bitcoin to buy 2 pizzas. The price? 10,000 Bitcoins. Today, those pizzas would be worth hundreds of millions of dollars, but back then, it was a humble beginning, so a first step into a brave new world. And then, in April of 2011, Nakamoto vanished. Oh, there was no fanfare, no dramatic goodbye, just a simple email to a fellow developer. I've moved on to other things. Bitcoin is in good hands with Gavin and everyone. And just like that, the mysterious creator of Bitcoin disappeared, leaving behind a digital currency that was only beginning to show its potential. But Nakamoto's departure didn't mark the end of the story. Far from it. Bitcoin grew, it flourished, it inspired an entire industry of cryptocurrencies and a global movement toward decentralized finance. From humble beginnings, Bitcoin became a force that governments could no longer ignore and economists could no longer dismiss. Yet, the question remains, who is Satoshi Nakamoto? Over the years, countless theories have emerged. Some say Nakamoto is a lone genius, a cryptographer with unparalleled skill. Others suggest Nakamoto is a team of developers, perhaps even backed by a government or corporation. Names have been floated: Dorian Nakamoto, Hal Finney, Nick Szabo, Craig Wright. Each claim has been scrutinized, debated, dismissed, or defended. But the truth is elusive. Perhaps Nakamoto is no longer among us. Perhaps Nakamoto walks among us unrecognized. Or perhaps Nakamoto was never meant to be known Because in the end, does it matter? Bitcoin doesn't rely on faith in a person. It relies on the integrity of its code. Nakamoto's true genius may lie not just in the invention of Bitcoin, but in stepping away, ensuring that Bitcoin could stand on its own. A decentralized currency created by a figure who embraced decentralization to the fullest extent, even to the point of erasing themselves from the story. Today, Bitcoin is worth billions. It has sparked debates about money, power, and freedom. It has made some people extraordinarily wealthy and others deeply skeptical. It has been hailed as the future and dismissed as a fad. But one thing is certain: Bitcoin and the blockchain technology behind it has changed the world. And it all started with Satoshi Nakamoto, whoever or whatever that may be. Imagine this for a moment: a world where power is no longer concentrated in the hands of a few, but distributed among the many, where individuals regain control over their financial destinies. Bitcoin's rise has spurred innovations far beyond currency. From smart contracts to decentralized applications, the seeds planted by Nakamoto have grown into a forest of possibilities. And let us not forget the controversies. Governments have scrambled to regulate it, fearing the loss of control over monetary systems. Critics have labeled it a haven for criminals. Yet, even amid the backlash, Bitcoin endures, a beacon of resilience in the face of adversity. Now you know why this is a story worth remembering. But as always, there's more. Because every time Bitcoin is used, every time blockchain technology is applied, Satoshi Nakamoto's legacy grows, not as a person, but as an idea. An idea that challenges us to rethink trust, to question authority, and to imagine a world where power is truly decentralized. And now you know why this is a story worth remembering. Thank you for joining us on A Story Worth Remembering. If this story touched your heart, inspired you, or made you reflect, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment below with your favorite moment or lesson from today's episode. Subscribe to our channel for more unforgettable stories that inspire and uplift. Don't forget to smash the bell so you never miss a tale worth remembering. And if you enjoyed this, please like the video. It helps us share these stories with more people. Together, let's keep the art of storytelling alive. See you in the next story.